Well, let me introduce you to this is K, that's L, right? So that's K, that's L, and that's the bent over flower pot. La 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 la. And this is where the BMA was connected back, and there's the planter box, and there's where the BMA was connected back to the structure. Well, it allowed me to introduce you to unfailed column K. The new introduction today is I'm having fun. You guys know how I do it. So la 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 da 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 la 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 la. There's the planter box. Have you guys found it yet? Have you found it yet? Right there. Punch through the deck. That's about 7 feet distance from here, back of the box, to right there. I'm introducing you now to K. So say hello to K. K at the building line, right there. So there is the BMA connection from here to here has severed and went down with the deck, right? We talked about that. So now we see that K did not shift. K is standing proud. I want to talk to you about this planter box. Let's bring up my other software. Because I'm using this software now, it won't let me double dip. All right, so I'll double dip in that later. But there is K, there's the BMA. Now let's go you're looking at the top view. Take note of the top view of the planter box. There's a step down over here. I think that's part of the planter box that's gone. What the hell? Let me just do this. Let me get rid of that. Let's bring this up. Well, I did have something else I wanted to show you in there. Let's see, planter box 1. So this is your continuation. There's the version there. There's the BMA. But planter box here. Now, why don't I have another one? Surfside. Nope, not ready to show those yet. Not ready to show those yet. We're going to keep those in the hole a little bit, in the pocket. Okay, now we got this guy out. La 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 la. Let's go across the top. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Looky there. Right there is your, let's see if I can change colors for you on the other side of it. So welcome to Mr. K. Okay, and here's your BMA right here. So this would have been your BMA right there. And let's change that color to green. That would have been your BMA there. So that is your BMA. Flip this over. Oh, you guys know I got another surprise for you. I don't know if you get it in this one. You guys should be able to beat me to it, because I might wait to another video. BMA below deck. Box is right about where I need to be. The other BMA connection. And what does the shrubbery have to tell us? La 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 la. What does the shrubbery have to tell us? So let's do that. So what does the shrubbery have to tell us? Well, here's the planter box with the shrub sticking out of it. There's the steps. There's that level planter box there. Let's pull it in like that. Let's go the other direction and right overlay just a little bit for you. So you see the planter box. I turn this configuration a little bit. You see the other planter box there. I can elongate this and play with it more, but that's good enough for our intent. There's that return back to the wall. This is the longer planter box, and right behind it is the longer planter box. The porch you're looking at here, and now let's go ahead and pull that back there. So there's the porch. There's a planter box there, and that's that little return. I said, is it a BMA? And nope, it's the deck, because the deck is there, the BMA is below it. So now we have this planter box. This planter box is directly above, son of a gun, I don't have that image. I don't have that ready. That was in the other video, wasn't it, where I showed the planter box? So I'll link it, so I can put a note here. I'll link you below on the planter box below this one where I do the overlay like this. And it shows the planter box and the drain system are right inside the boxes together. Right inside there. So that will be in the other video on the other channel. So I'll link it over to here down in the comments or in the description, one or the other, and you can see that you'll see the overlay, and you'll see this there. Sorry about the pen clicking. All right, so there we have that. Oh, this kind of works. So that's the column. So that's column, column. There's the K column. That is the drain system here and here. So actually, this works for me here. That's the drain system. That's your column now, right? The column's right inside of it, and the column is right inside of this one, like right on top of the edge of it. That's a drain box system, and there's the wall column. So that's the wall column. So that's K, L, M. Out here is the BMA. It's inside this, above this box, above inside. That would be wrong. It's below the box, below the deck. And this drain is right next to the column. I mean, it's like right there, or rubbing against it almost. This drain is just a little bit back, a little bit. The other column is there. Why does that make sense? I can show you this one. So this is where the New York Times says that the reinforcement is not there. You count these and count between the columns, and you clearly see the reinforcement is going in that direction. And you can divide it up between the spacing here, this column right here, and the column there, and you come out to about what was asked of the reinforcement in this capacity. As far as the punk shear protection, the critical shear protection, that's another question that we will not get to in this video. This is the North Tower, I'll get to that. I want to give you a little teaser. There's a mirror, there's a drive, there's a return, elevation change, and this pipe appears to be flat all the way across. Same thing here. Oh, these blue pipes appear to be the drain box systems. We'll get to that in another video. Coming back to the beautiful south version. So we have our columns there. Now where is the what I'm looking for? The image. Great. I don't have the image up. Great. Let's see if I can find it real quickly. And that would be this is kind of important. Parking, 40 pounds per square foot. 40 pounds per square foot, same as the residential. And I'm going to tie this in for you when we talk about the critical shear areas. And we're going to see how they reinforced. It's a lot of data, background I got to give you, but I'm giving you a teaser now. How it would tie in, connect between one floor to the other. They both are rated the same. So we'll see how, I'll show you how that ties in. I will wait for another video for that. Maybe someone in the other copycat video producers, because they're not really engineers, are they? With their damn copycatting, because they would do their own if they were so brilliant. So now I want to get to you. Here comes George. The flower box. Oh, I already did a video on that a long time ago about the extra floors. But the flower box. Where's my flower box? There you are. And I think this image will be more suiting. So what does this tell us? Well, the shrubs are about the same elevation as they always were, weren't they? Look at that. So there's the shrubs. There's the shrub head there. Just turn slightly. Turn slightly. The box went around something to elevate itself in the air. What do we have? We have the top of punching through the shrubbery. I believe right about there is our column. I'll have to check the heights compared to this one. I also have to consider lens distortion, but not much. But I'd have to consider a lot. Look at this one. This one looks like it's leaning over. Remember the lens distortion thing I showed you with the pen? I fell victim to it. This is plumb. This is not leaning over. It's plumb. It's plumb. So don't be confused by that. This flower box again. This is our little lady right. So this one right here. See the standoff from it. This little return here are the steps. That's the planter box, or planter box, flower box, planter boxes. I apologize for my terminology. Where'd you go? So that's the planter box there with the column that's inside of there, and that's your drain again. And that's in front of L. It pushes right on through to the other side like the doors. And that's that return we see right here on the, push it over to a little bit. Right here, that little bit of return, that's your porch. That's this part right there. The planter box made it through. The steps come right there. Most of that planter box, it got chopped a little bit. There's some grass in it, whatever it is. It got chopped right at the corner. And that's our setback. So from here to here, this box, that's the top, the top of the box. Yeah, we don't see any more debris behind it, right? Top of the box. Maybe this is the top of the box flipped over, but there's the shrubbery. There's that beautiful shrubbery that's squared up, looking like that. Obviously, it grew a little taller because it's green down to here. So it's got some elevation change different than that. This image is kind of current. It has, it appears to represent that inspection hole right here. So it seems like it's kind of current with the shrubbery and colorations, etc. Coming back to this one. So that gives us, that would put this, again, verification again. All this load went down there, but this shrub stayed where it was. Well, that's because the shrub is sitting and protected by a BMA. Now, so watch how I do this. So there's, I said the BMA was, where did I say it was? Right behind the BMA. The column is right behind, in the shrub box. In the shrub box, but right behind it, right there, right there. So here's the shrubs, that's a drain. And I say it's right inside the box, but right about there. Right in line with this one. Well, it's a little bit different because that's a configured, the sizing is different. Probably for parking space. This is like a little bit, it's configured in this direction. But that one's right there. So we look to the back of the plant, back here, and what do we see? Well, we see all this load come down, and there's a beam across, and there's a beam there, but look what it's not on top of. It wasn't able to crush, not able to crush the shrubbery. It came to the shrubs, and the shrubs are so strong, it kept it off. The shrubs didn't even deflect. They look like good shrubbery there. Why? Because by chance, this landed right on top of our next column, which is K. This is the right, K. This is L. This is the front. It's standing proud. It landed on there. Well, decelerated too because it didn't fracture it much, did it? And it's not in front. So it's right there, right inside the shrubberies. And so our L is right here. So I'd like to introduce you to L. K and L front. So introduced to K here. We got this one covered. Now we got L right out here, covered. So that leaves that standing proud. So that shows that this is identifying that the BMA went down over here, breaking from here to here and going below deck. Going below deck because we see it. It's connected there and it went below the deck. It's below the deck and it went down. This came down, it fractured the deck. This column, I believe, fractured the deck and gave us a secondary impact. Possibly also breaking the BMA because it's sitting on top of, across the BMA at this point. I believe this is right there where it smashed it. That could have been, you know, the part of the issue there. I need more images to share with you, but right now this is more of an introduction to our one column there. Let's see. I want to show you something else then. So where'd you go? Yeah, I'm waiting to show you that. Let me look at my notes. So I want to look at my notes. So offset, I said, huh? Offset. Offset. 162. Let me try this one. I'm actually searching for, I'll tell you what I'm searching for, is sheet A28. That's what I've been searching for, architectural drawings A28. It is a tough one to locate. Tough one to locate, A28, architectural drawings, a structural sheet, A28. So what I'm showing you over here is that here's the BMA, there's the planter box, that's the elevation change of 7 inches from the deck internal. There is the column here, it's in front of L. Here's our planter box here. We're going to go over this critical shear area and this material here, and how there was none placed here. There was none placed here either on the column. These are columns. It's a column and that's a column. No critical punct shearing placed there because it sits on top of a column and a BMA beam connects to it. I will talk to you about a few other things too, but it's a lot of data and I don't want to overwhelm you in one video. I just want to give you some surprise now. So this is that turned column, and again, I think it's for parking related why they turned it. Why they turned it in that direction to get the cars, the way the cars come down, and there's a bumper there, I believe. They put a bumper in the side there. Anyway, the plane comes out to be as such. So now back to, we got that one beam across here, right about here, fracturing the deck, right there. Move this out of the way. Well, I guess I'll move this one out of the way and punch that one up. So right there, there's that beam across the deck behind that flower pot. Just missing the flower pot. So you can locate it exactly where the steps were, severing, smashing through the staircase and etc. Right here is fracturing the deck. The deck fracture, if an air shot runs this direction after it fractured it. Drove down the BMA. This came up because this was always on top of the deck. It was added later, this front piece. It's quite a few evolutions of that actually. We'll get to them. Page 40. Maybe I'll get to it now. Let's see. Let me show you page 40, for example. So I hate to jump from 162 over to there, but we will. Page 40. It's loading. It's got to process the page. So we both were waiting. I don't know when I think it flashes when it scales it. Okay. There we go. Page 40, jacuzzi, I said. Okay, right. So there's the jacuzzi added in, the date. Well, let me zoom out. May 14th, 1980. Yeah, I did that too fast, didn't I? Sorry, guys. May 14th, right here, 1980, revised by the architect. Now, the jacuzzi's added now, as you see, on May 14th, 2080. So some people said, well, the jacuzzi's not added. It was not there. It was added May 14th, 2080. All right. Planter boxes on the back wall where the vehicles are, they were only supposed to be 4x8 planter boxes. They made the entire wall somehow a planter box, right? That came about, some evolution in time after 1980. The deck is 11 foot 10. This has 11.85 inches, approximately 11 foot 10. Over here is 11.85 inches. So this evolutional change was also done by not just the engineer, but the architect. So now I'm able to tie them both together now. So the architect was not the mastermind of this. It appears that the engineer was not. It appears in drawing the mastermind is first the architect by changing the elevation on his drawing, making it clear the elevations will be the same. The architect, the engineer, then makes it work by showing the BMA just gone. Does a submittal where he says something sly over here on the right of the plan, saying something like something right hand, left hand, like only something over here, revise some column or something. In reality, in those same drawings, elevation change, the BMA was removed in that drawing, which is part of the process sent to the municipality. They didn't catch it. Also, for the other engineers keep saying that there's bottom steel supposed to be located in this structure. Well, they're misunderstanding how this engineer and architect work together, how they communicate. It says we're noted. It doesn't say add bottom steel everywhere. It says we're noted. And as you'll find in one of the drawings, right about here somewhere, it says add bottom steel noted. They add the words literally add the words noted. So that ties in literally to that statement there, where it says we're noted, and over here it says add the steel, the bottom steel over here, noted. And so they didn't say add bottom steel everywhere. They said we're noted. And then they literally said noted over here. That was I'll show that in another video. This is the overlay of the parking spaces, and you can see the planter boxes. The planter boxes were always, since 1980, of this configuration, but not along that back wall like that. Or was it? Because the planter boxes that they're adding are 4x8 bump outs. And this is a wall system here, and this little recess, see the little recess? Is the oddest recessed period. The cars still come there. They don't identify what this is supposed to be. I can't find out what the intent of this 4-foot section is supposed to be. But there's a wall there. But now behind the wall, in the accidents, we see that it's been filled up with plants. I don't know if I can find the image fast enough. Let's try that. It's been filled up with plants now, this 4-foot section, but clearly it was just intended to be 4x8 boxes full of soil. I think at 60 pounds or something like that. So let me zoom out, and we'll find that right here. 4x8 box. I mean, is that a 4x8 box? And here's some soil here. It's hard for me to identify fully what's going on here. This is where the car is, but it appears to be, at a different location than. So 1, 2, 3, the fourth car. Is this only 4x8? See 4x8 planter? I'm assuming this is the 4x8 planter also. It'll take about the same parking space. So 1, 2, 3, and behind fourth columns are not identified here in this drawing, but the fourth spot has the planter box. This will be the fourth spot. So is this only 8 foot wide? Is that only 8 foot wide that we're looking at? I need more images, but I recall that it was roughly the entire wall full of plants. I'll scroll. Let me see if I can find it fast enough. See if I can find it fast enough. Where are you hiding, you little darling? Right there. So this is, look at this. It's all full up now, the entire length. So that 4 foot, they added, apparently they've added soil. See how high it is, the shrubbery? And so you got the 4'8", plus you add the 4 foot wall that they loaded with soil. I don't know what that was supposed to be back there. Was that initially intended for this? And what? That's an amazing thing there. So again, here's our welcome to our column again. So column, and there's the planter box, and there's our column again, right there. So say hello to K. There, just sitting on top of this planter box. Say hello to L. So say hello to L. This is the line of this guy right here. See this one here? So this will be L. There's a stagger, and there's that. So let's find it. Stagger and that. Okay, so let's do that for you. Great. So I'll finish with that one. So I need to go to 162 again. Oops. Well, 163, and we'll see if I'll just back up a page. It's loading. You see the dimensions are not as large as you think. Oh, we'll get to that. We're going to get to that. It's a lot of data. I want to talk to you about why. I want to save for another video, but this is the second floor. Second floor. So when you lose the first floor around here, you lose some rigidity, right, of that column. But you don't also, because they also have beams going across here. Beams are going across the top of the heads there. They're offset. They're transfer beams. We'll talk about that another time. Come back to this one. Come back to me. So we have L, and alignment of that is the column in front. So we go back to L. So right here. So if I track L, well, I thought I had better alignment in this image. Huh. I thought I had better alignment in this image, but we're going to use it anyway. Or maybe I had another image. So let's track L. So we track L. Yeah, the distortion is not going to work for me in this image. I had another image for you that had a little bit of a surprise for you stored away. This is not going to track for me. Not going to track for me. I'm going to track another one. There's the shrubbery, but the shrubbery is rotated a little bit there, right? Well, let's go back to, oh, right, we're in it. We're in where I need to be. Hold on. Where is my image? So there's the box, the flower planter box, and right about there are loads. That puts us the heavier load on, was it this one, my one I'm most biased about? And then from there I would get started my, okay, there's the planter box now. So here's a 4x8. They did like a little curve action there going there. This cutout was always in somewhere in the design. It's like a punch through hole opening. I don't know, drop a air vent, whatever. I'm not sure what the intent of that one is, right? So there's the transition from the pool deck to the pavered, which I call tile pavered section. You see the red banding around. They use a red tile around the banding, paver around the outside edge. Right about here is where our fracture is, rotating over, a fracture in our planter box. No, it's over here behind this car. So you can see the configuration. And this fracture's right about there. Fracture's there, doesn't it? That puts us out by my column is over here. Oh, no, that's another video overlay. Oh, you're not getting that today. You're not getting that one today. Let me get out of that one. Georgie. There's Georgie. Where are you? Give me a second. I'm trying to triangulate it for you. I had another image for you. Looks like it's one of those days where you don't get it. Georgie. Georgie. All right, I don't have the image here. I do not have it here. I'm going to bail on that because it's taking up too much time to get you that data. Here's the punch through one. There's our other guy right in front of it. There's our shift over guy. All right, so shift over 1 and 2. Shift over 1 and 2. And nope. I have a much better image for you. To triangulate L for you. Much better image. I just don't know where to do with it. Looks like I mean, I've got hundreds of images, and it's kind of tough sometimes going back and finding them. Let's go to this one. So here's our next punch one. So that one's this one, this one. This is the next punch one. And then we shift to the right, and then we're back on M. So this one, I'm sorry, punch, shift to the right. Wait a minute, punch, shift to the right, back on M. So M's down there. M is down below in the nether regions, right? But look at that drape. Look how high that drape goes back there. I am telling you, M is a standing proud column. This standing proud, it got smashed from the top. It's standing proud. This one went down, smashed, sheared around the decking around it. That's with the floor under. This would be 111, apartment 111 here. It pulled around this one. There is K right there. It pushed around that one also, and yet it still stayed. You're not getting these things to disappear. They're not going anywhere. They've proven themselves to not buckle at the ground level, at this floor level. That they've proven themselves not to buckle. They can get smashed on the top, and there's the plants, right? There's the plant box right there, and it's not harmed it. Let's see if I can get lucky and do this. You know what? Where is my where the hell's my planter box? I'm trying to think of the page of planter box. Right, where did they add it? Oh, it's over in these guys, in the right there. So there's the note. This is the planter box, right? So that's planter box, and right, I'm going to show you that's the drain. Now I'm going to show you the overlay of the columns. So where are the columns? Maybe I got to go the other direction. So drains, and then I overlay the columns over top of that, and we're going to find it. Videos. And is Champlain Tower North transfer beams. Where's the overlay? Yeah. Well, yep, it's already muted. So let me just scrub. Scrubbing real fast. I don't think this has the overlay video in it. But there's our box again. Right there. So I don't think that has the overlay in it. So let's go to the one. So it wasn't that one. So it would be Georgie one? Or was it Georgie one we just hit? Just pause it. Yeah, that's the overlay right here. Okay, so I do the overlay in this one. This one called Champlain Towers. Could owners who sold real estate be held liable? I'm going to pause it right there because that's showing the overlay of the column. I'll use the software here. And that's showing the column and the planter box together. There's the drain. There's the shrubbery. There's the landing area. There's the column right there in the shrubbery. You're looking at it right there. The shrubbery is being held. That is the front of KL. KL. That's your front of your BMA L on it, that this is resting on top of, literally resting on top of. In my opinion, literally resting on top of. Right there. And I bet you if they documented it, and this would have been pulling by this shrubbery, well, that fell down. When it fell down, it even allowed access to there. They would see the top of that one. But they didn't show that. They didn't document that for us. That'd be very, very interesting. So now we have that this didn't fail. So remember they were going to do a repair on one of the columns. Well, I'm going to say it's not that one. It's none of these. It's not this one. So now I'm down to 1, 2, and 3 columns now out here that where this repair was going to take place on the column, because I could have a column that's a little funky still, but not now, not on that one. And this appears to be taking load. This one out front is stacking of materials. You know, you remember my drape of the deck, how it goes up still? It's still ramping up. So something's supporting it out there, besides, the car over here that crushed. Probably the blue car is probably still in there, or maybe you guys can prove that or not, but that would have kept this drape up, as you can see there also. We know these cars can take a lot of load in a concrete failure, because we've seen it again with the bridge. Now you're seeing it with these, that the cars can take a heck of a load, and they just don't compress and compact down to nothing. Those little columns and everything else in the car start acting like columns themselves. The columns between the doors, etc. They acting pretty darn tough. So the overlay, not that one. Where's the video? So again, I'm gonna give you the link to this one. But there's the overlay. That's the shrubbery, planter box. That is our column and our drain. That is our shrubbery. Get that in there. Program that. I walk us up to it. Why do I have that playing? What is this? New York skyscrapers. Oh, okay, just add autoplay. It keeps going to autoplay. I don't ask you to do that, and it winds up giving me content, a history that I didn't ask for. Yeah, okay, so let's get rid of that. So now that's it. I wanted to show you that. So now I've got you K right there. I got you the front of L. I got you this box planning about pretty level. So we're going to add more to that. I'll stack this data up for you. But now I'm showing you that, giving you data and showing you what's not happening here. What's not happening here. And this is pushing it back over to back over to the rattling of the building. And our failure is, oh, okay, I can get us that. It's still, again, the connections. I still have these weak-ass connections they have between each slab. It couldn't take the rattle. We already went over that, but I think there was something low I wanted to show you. 40 pounds, we're good over it. There's Chief Winky Eye. There's that guy straight up. That's my one that I'm so fond of. There's our column. All I need is enhance it a little bit more, and we would see that that there's a column, that this is sitting on a column. So no, I don't want to edit that. Yes. keeping an eye on here. Let's bring up the exposure a bit, and then let's bring up the shadows down there. Let's zoom in. Pixelate it. We're not going to get much data out of there. It's they're dark pixels. Let's go to let's push the shadows a little bit further. All right, so that was nice. So there, it shows the bottom of the shrubbery box. That's the column. So this went down. Now you can tell how much that went down by, and the green up to there. So it's telling you how much it went down before it stopped. So somewhere about there's probably vehicles. Let's see if we can do something on that contrast. Okay, see what pops out. Let's go the other way. Let's pull it back. Now let's use this slider here. Let me push it that way. It's extreme it. Push it this way. Extreme it. Go back there. Yep. There's our. See, remember this is sitting on top of. So it's right there, I think, because remember the shrubs are. So that would have to be over here. So remember the grass shrubs are. This is you're looking at. It's underneath the deck, and then the shrubs sit on top of the deck inside this planter box. So when you look at this one here, remember the deck is down here, was down here when it went down, and the column elevation, let's see if I can get you the elevation again, is somewhere about here. It's pretty high up. Now this is angled again. You can see it starts translating, looking like it's down. So there's your horns for our little lady. Right there, the column. See the horns of it, the 4-piece. That's going to be in another video content for you, but let's do that for you, so you can really see it stand out now with that. Remember, this is not leaning. I've already shown it not to be leaning. That effect is taking place. This is our K, not leaning, right there. Wait a minute, hold on. I'm trying to line it up for you. And show you. Exposure. So the shrubs go down, so it's right behind the shrubbery. Let me try this green. And let's try the sepia real quick, just because we can. Yep, just want to see how things look real quickly, so you can bear with me. Yes, I'm going to stay there for a minute. Yep, I like what it does. It identifies the reinforcement. That identifies reinforcement popping out. In its own, what it considered on the same plane. So it's affecting everything in the same pixels, like this pixels here and these pixels, it identified on the same plane of this camera, the digital camera that took this. They're all digital now, right? Nobody's using film. Okay, so right there is our box. It's inside the box. See how the back of the box is not destroyed? It shows the column went straight, the deck went straight down, not pulling around and pulling towards us, because this box is not fractured unless it rotated the box. I doubt that, though. I don't see this as rotated that much. I know I see it not this direction, but it appears the deck just went down at this point is what I'm driving at, and then because this box is not destroyed. So right here, this box has a little bit of room based on, if they placed it exactly where they said they placed it, where this architectural placement, this as-built that this is the engineer's report as-built the repairs. The box, the column, this deck goes down around it, and punches up through the box right here. So do you see what I'm getting at before I get to it? Let me pull the chair up. Hold on. You see what I'm getting at before I get to it, guys? Come on. So let's go back and let you get it. Let's see if you can get it. So the box is intact right here. The column comes up through the box. We're going to say that depth is at least where the box center line's at. Let's move this over a little bit. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll leave it right about there, and I'll move this one off. So there's the box, right? And there's the box. The column is below the deck. This is the BMA. You catching on? Catching on yet? There's a beam across there. So if the column came through and the BMA came through with it, right here, would we be looking at the back inside of the box? See the BMA through the box? It's only about that much. It would have to be a beautiful shear to do that. I don't see that happening. It would rock it and rotate it. This appears to be on the same plane, if not fractured to way back here. So it appears that when this went, the deck went down, this BMA across here severed itself, went down with away from the column, just like it did over to the one to the left. Just like it did with this one, and I showed you in the other video. Just like it did with this one. So these two went down together. All the way back to there with the planter box on it. There's the planter box. About appears represents about level. A little bit of rotation. But they went down together. They hit a car and it fractured, I think, right about there. Maybe there's a car right below it. So I have our failure. I'm getting more and more zoned in. Our initiating point. I biasly try to make it happen from the other direction, just so you guys know. I have worked on it, trying to work it from the other direction because my bias is down here. So I have tried to move it around each individual column, starting at every single column I've tried. And I have to do, I'm sorry, with what the witness statement says, where they saw this down, not their deck. So I have to work with that. I really have a problem with the witness, the boy witness coming out saying he went out and saw it down. I really have a problem with that. Him being on that deck. He didn't talk about sliding the door open, etc. I have other witnesses that I followed. It's a guy who lived at 511 or 507, 504, 500. You guys can find him. He does a recount of, he's in the building that survived. And he makes it clear how he went out to the door, slid the door open, looked out, came out there again. Did a few things, but he gives those details. Whereas we don't get the details from the other guy. We just get him magically just witnessing it, then becomes a hero. So he's lost a lot of my, I'm sticking with the mom. I'm sticking with the mother. So, all right, I'm going to end this video with this awesome update for you about, I've given you 2 columns. Now I have another hidden one here that I'm going to reveal in the next video, or in the video afterwards. I'm going to reveal more data. But you see how long this is? I have no idea how long this is, but I know it's a significant amount of time already put into this video. Oh, my slider, hold on. Okay, so again, through reasoning and deduction, this shrubbery would not be able to hold up these columns. The shrubbery would not be able to hold it up. Our column height, whether you like it or not, is right there. That's your column height. Whether you like it or not, that would be approximately the deck height. And, you know, vanishing lines, etc. You do what you want to with this. I can't actually see the metal horns, but all that loading on top of that shrub and that shrub not compressing, that is your deck height. That is through there. If you don't like it, tough shit, go play with somebody else. That's the damn height. That's the one column coming across now. What I'm going to reveal is things like, well, which column is actually leaning on it. We're going to get to that. Which one is actually on top of this, and you see the direction of it. All right, and I want you to give you a hint about its direction, and so you can track it back. Another time, another video. But I'm ending the video. Hey guys, thanks a lot. Please watch the commercials for me. Please comment. Really, I appreciate all your donations, and that's really nice. Thanks, Danny, today for the live chat or live video I put up, or whatever it's called, super chat. He sent over that nice $5 bill. Thank you. Just wanted to get you this data. I'll give you the link to this other video where I did the overlay on the other channel, and I'm posting this one on both channels. Take care.